Yo, you saying, people? Just out here, you get me? And just checking out a few lives and that, see what people are on, you get me? Car Tuesday, man, don't really do that much, you get me? But then things are difficult when you're not in the right place to do things, you get me? To reach out to certain people that you get me? Yeah, you actually like, you've introduced yourselves, like, you get me? If you watch my other video, that's like kind of going back to you get me? But yeah, man, big up, big up. But what I've realized though, I've never been a man to watch, man, you get me? And if I'm gonna watch something, I watch it from like the screen, the TV. Excuse that interruption. You get me? Gotta take my time with what I'm saying sometimes, you get me? Car there's a lot going on, you get me? But what's people on anyway? What's people saying? What's people like? What's the world doing? What's the world really doing? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Some questions I like the answers to, you get me? A lot of questions that I have, I really need to ask them to the right people. You know what I mean? They need to like, I need to actually be in position with the right people to make things happen, you get me? It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? And I know I could do it. It's just being in that right position of like thought, of mind, set, and everything, you get me? You know what I mean? It's a journey still, but the journey, remember, is always in the mind. The actions is a process, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't really know my actions, but I don't have to justify. We don't have to justify ourselves, innit? Like, simple as that, innit? Unless you're answering to the Most High, you know what I mean? There's no point trying to justify yourself unless, you get me, you feel you want to, you get me? And me personally, I feel like I want to. My actions are for the Most High, and what I say is kind of like for the people. So it's basically what I say is like, it's in general. If I talk on my own feelings and emotions and stuff, then it's a different thing, innit? Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, it's a different vibe. So I'm actually talking from my own, you get me? Sorry, I'm actually talking from an MDC standpoint. I'm getting distracted. You know, them ones like things are going on around you and like you're talking and you're analysing everything else as well. But it's like, wow, I'm just, okay, yeah. But anyway, you know what I'm saying, innit? Distractions. If you know, innit? Obviously, if you know, it's one of them ones, innit? You know what I mean? We're not all professional out here. You get me? Some are limited, you get me, to certain things. And I've been limited from a young age, you get me? You know what I mean? Certain things stopped from me from a very young time in my life, you get me? And had to become a man from a young age, you get me? You know what I mean? But never really knew what a man was, you get me? Like, what's a man? You know what I mean? Like, that's how it was. It's like, I hadn't even, you know, the deepest part about it, at a young age, you don't really think about what's a man. You just think you're a man, innit? Like, I'm a man now. I'm 18. I'm a man. Like, I'm adulthood. But it's just it's like a programming set on you, innit? Like, you can't do certain things till you're like 18. But like, who determines that 18 is the age of being an adult? You know what I mean? Like, again, that's another topic for another time. Like, you get me? I can't keep, you know what, flicking the pages, you know what I mean, like, and leaving things like to go back to them, and you know what I mean, and correct, you know what I mean. It's like an open book, in it, and the pages just open, and all the pages just open, and you just flick, and you kind of just get the benefit out of the book because it never ends, and it's like a manual. It's like a manual that you need to kind of like keep referring to. You know what I mean? But yeah. Time is of the essence. You know what I mean? There's only 24 hours in the day. You know what I mean? We've all got the same 24 hours. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna make the most of mine, which I've been doing from day one, from the day I can remember, sitting when I was 2 years old. You get me, sitting with my bro and my mum. You get me, that's real talk. You get me, I can remember that them times there. I'm not even of age yet. You get me, I'm just growing. You get me, just growing like a tree, as big as my family. Write 2 bars and spit 2B. Pick 2 bars, that is, spit 2B. How you know certain man's mindset would be like B. You know them words and like D. Girls' mindset, they hear D. Words like that, just these simple words. A, B, C, D. It's funny. But it's kind of where we come from in it, and what we see as well, and what we take in, and what we visualize, and what we hear, and what we touches us, and what we feel, and so on and so forth. You get me? Well, go on, people. Is that Shan with the plan? Just there. Can you read my title? What's my title say? My title says something in it. Whoo! I'm like, you read my title? I'm just chilling still on a hibernation. I'm hibernating. Fire vagabond, headstead fire vagabond. Me and my crew will smoke and get high. We go to the side with a vibe. Big up my high grade crew. How do you do? See them bars there, just remix them though still, so they're my bars. Not all of them, but still my bars though. It's a bit of Mighty Mo. Real talk though. Yeah, listen, I was just rambling on still, you know me, I'm high, I was rambling on, and I was talking some real stuff, you get me, some deep things still, but obviously, I was on my own, you get me, I was doing my thing on my live, and I was talking away, so now it's like, you're here, I'm semi-distracted, so I gotta be like, just keep the focus, you get me, and that's just in general, you get me, I'm only a man. You know what I mean? I'm just a human. I'm just a human. You get me? We're all humans. Man, woman. It's all part of a man, innit? That shows like man and woman stems from something, innit? That has to stem from something. Like, I've heard like there's a story before, like my brethren, I'll say my brethren, or my cousin, he said that a woman's nothing without a man, you get me? But I get what he's saying. But a woman has to hold her own crown first and foremost, you get me? You know what I mean? And it's one of them ones, innit? But I get what he's saying, innit? You know what I mean? It's like certain things won't happen if the man doesn't give it, you get me? Whatever it is, it's like it has to come from the man, you get me? So I get what he's coming from still. Which is a 100 thing, you get me? But you take it as you will. You know what I mean? Things have to can be explained if one doesn't understand. But this is what MDC is all about though. It's bringing the light to the hand, you get me, and making it known. It's all about making that change, you get me, whatever it is. And whatever I've said it many times, I keep saying it again, but I need a genre, I need a slogan. So whoever's out there listening, whoever watches back my lives and whatever and all the rest of it, you know what I mean? MDC needs work. You know what I mean? And remember, MDC is a brand. I don't need work. Well, we all need work, but MDC is not me. So don't take me as MDC and don't judge me unless you got a leg to stand on, first and foremost, because you have to know me first. If you don't know me, then it's different. Like, it's not what you think, it's what you know in it. So you might think you know me, and be like, yeah, whatever, that's because you think you know me, but you don't really know, or maybe you just haven't got the time to get to knowing it. Yeah, but you know, that's that. Such is life, and MDC is all about making that change. So again, take it as what you will, and you know what I mean, we'll see what's happening in it in the becoming future, and not forgetting gang, guiding the next generation for the people, you get me? Because I take that as how I will, and you take it as you will. And just know that guiding a next generation, I'm not trying to guide no next generation. You get me? I'm not the man to be doing that. I can't guide. Only the Most High can guide. You get me? So I hope people watch this live and understand that only the Most High can guide. I am no guide. I've just got a brand that's called MDC, Making That Change, gang, guiding a next generation. You get me? That's it. Take of it as what you will. Yeah, I'm out here. I'm just chilling. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm sitting in my car. People are asking me about what I'm doing. Obviously, keeping my distance. I'm doing what I'm doing. You get me? I'm doing whatever the Most High wants us to do. And that's all I'm doing. It's a natural programming. It's not the programming that they've set for us, where we have to be on lockdown and stay in our houses and stuff. But just know that it is what it is, isn't it? We've got no control. You get me? They ain't even got a guide. They don't even know what their guide is. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, isn't it? But no, just know that the authorization has to come from a group of people. It has to come from more than likely the forefront of the group is a man. You get me? So you get me? So and it's a collective of people. You know what I mean? Organizations, everything linked up together. A bit like MDC, a bit like making that change, a bit like what's happening right in front of our eyes. You get me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, are we like, you know what I mean? People were running out for toilet roll at one point. You get me? I seen a man in his range, bare toilet roll in the back. Family at home, probably locking away the doors and the windows, everything, getting prepared. You know, like that, like that's their bunker. You know that the movies when you see people like running to their bunkers and that, but people are like getting prepared for these kind of type of things. But it starts obviously small in it. Everything starts off small and it's meant to grow like big in it. Like I don't know about anybody else, people, but I know. But things are meant to start off as a seed, and the root from the seed will grow, and then everything else is what it is, and it's MDC making that change. Gang, guiding the next generation. Peace. I gotta go anyway. One love. Gang. Shout me though if you want. Yo, I'm not even saying.